I'm not ashamed to admit that at one point in my life I was a male feminist. If I would see a confident man, I would start to judge him. I would call him selfish, too much, narcissist, and a bunch of other names, right? And this went on for many years. Like it was terrible. When I look back now, it's like, oh my God, what happened? But it made a lot of sense because at the time, being successful, being confident, being true to yourself was not safe for me. I couldn't be that.
It's not possible.
My childhood led me to build up this resentment, this anger towards people who have it all, right? Who have the woman, who have the successful business, the money, who have the great physique, right? And so I remember I was 21 years old, still a hardcore male feminist, and I met for the first time my mentor, my first mentor, right? He's a Chilean guy, 1 meter 65. I don't know what is that in foot, but very small guy. And he was super successful with girls. Like, bro, he was able to meet like Ukrainian Russian models and seducing them and attracting them effortlessly. And I saw that like with my own eyes, and I was in total disbelief because the dude is shorter than the girls and the girls are so into him, you know? So like for all the black pills out there, like you would have been shocked by looking at this, you know? And I remember the first time he talked to me, he started to discuss about alpha male, about being dominant, about being confident. And I was listening to him, and the male feminist in me was judging him so hardcore, you know, like so bad. But I shut my mouth in that moment because the pain of not having women in my life, of not being successful and not being happy, was too much, you know. So I didn't care about being right anymore. I just wanted the goal, right? I wanted to achieve the goal. Over time, I started to take action, you know, meet more and more women. I realized that, yeah, it's possible. And I started to admire this confident men because I realized, well, they're actually maybe not that bad. I want to be like them, you know. So I went from hating them to admiring them, which is a good progression, but it's not the end goal, of course, because you want to be that rather than just admiring them, right? And so after some time, I discovered the internal work. And if you've been watching my YouTube channel, you know that I keep on talking about looking inward, understanding how your past is affecting your present moment in a very unconscious way, and a bunch of other stuff, right? And I realized that throughout all these years, I was disowning an aspect of myself. An aspect of myself that wants to be powerful, that wants to be seen, that wants to be loved, right? That wants the money, that wants the woman, that wants to have a great physique, right? But I was disowning this part of myself because back in my childhood, being myself was not fully accepted. And I think you can relate with that because most of us have gone through maybe not the best childhood, but also maybe not the worst one, even though I know some of you guys did go through some pretty tough childhood. But most of our childhood wasn't perfect. It's like that, you know. We live in a society where we don't have yet the awareness of how to raise children, right? And I think my generation, we're starting to understand that, but very few people, because very few people do the work to understand how to heal themselves, understand themselves, and then raise the children from that consciousness, right? But this is a topic for another day. So I realized that I was holding myself back in my childhood, right? I was not expressing my boundaries. I was not honoring my desire. I was not going for what I wanted because this was being shamed. And that's why I had to develop a coping mechanism, right? And this coping mechanism ended up for me being a male feminist, right? Judging the people who have it all. Because I don't have it all. So let me judge these people. Let me shame them. But can you see how this is just a fucking reflection, right? Everything that I'm projecting outside, right? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. This person is bad, blah, blah, blah. This is just a projection of my own disowned aspects of myself, right? And so this is a great practice actually to start playing with. If you're really interested to diving deeper into yourself, becoming more authentic, letting go of the nice guy persona, the mask, right? Look at all the ways you project when you judge, when you express something that you don't really mean, when you're holding yourself back. Like really look at all the ways you deceive yourself, right? And you will see that what you're projecting outside is happening within yourself. There is something within yourself that is disowned, right? And if you shine light to this, that's very powerful in itself. Just becoming aware that, oh, when I see this confident man, I put him on a pedestal. I admire him. Or I hate him, right? But what does it mean about me to judge this person like this? So I don't feel good enough. There's a part of me that wants to be like this, but I'm denying this part. So what can I do right now to start feeling good enough? What can I do right now to honor my power? What is it that I want to do, right? And the funny thing is, you probably already know the answer. This voice that is deep down is screaming at you and is telling you, go meet this woman, or go tell this woman that you like her, right? Or go create this successful business. Go take that risk. Go to the gym, stop bullshitting yourself, or go play that sport. Why are you sitting in front of a fucking computer and playing video games and jerking off to porn? Move your ass and do something, right? This voice is telling you like, come on, man. There's more to this. You can be better, right? But you're not listening to it and you project outside of yourself, right? This is a wake-up call. I needed that at the time and I didn't have so much support. Luckily, I had a mentor who really helped me get myself out of this rut, of this vicious cycle, because it's not easy. Like when you're caught in this, bro, it's hard. Yeah, it really is. Like I can relate because I've been stuck in this nice guy persona for so long, man. Like even when I started to have success with women, I was still in some ways a nice guy. Definitely much less, but I still had problem expressing my boundaries. I still had problems holding myself back, just in different ways, right? I was able to express my sexual intent and all of this, but when it came down to deeper kind of intimacy, that was a bit harder for me, for example. So the journey never ends, there's always place for growth. And a good exercise to have is to look at all the ways you project and see what you have disowned. You will see you're going to learn so much about yourself, you're going to grow, you're going to become more mature, right? And this will help you go for what you want and stop feeling like you're holding yourself back, that there is a potential in you that is hidden, right? That is dormant. Because this energy can be unlocked, my brother. And if you need some guidance with that, if you want a mentor, I have a program called Put Some Respect on My Name. It's for nice guys like you who struggle with this kind of things. And we go through a whole curriculum that takes you from being a nice guy to starting to embody real confidence, masculinity, and feeling attractive in your own skin, so that you stop you like holding yourself back and all of this. If you're interested, you can message me, nice guy, on my Instagram or Facebook. I'll let you know about all the details. If you want to join, all good. If you don't join, all good as well. Don't worry. I'm not going to push you to join this program. It's not my intent. I just want to welcome the right people in, and that's it.